Welcome, my dear friends, in your new lesson, Biology, Grade 10, with you, teacher Yusra Al-Qadi. Today, we'll talk about another new topic about our economy. Today, we will talk about habitat destruction. Let us see what are the reasons of this problem. What happened for the habitat to affect the organism? You know the meaning of habitat. Habitat is the place that the organism will live in. So, any living organism should have his habitat. But what happened in case of destroying of this habitat? And what are the reasons also? To know how to find the solution, we should know the reasons firstly. So now we will know the reasons that lead to this problem. Then number one, the increasing of food crop growth area. Number two, the increasing of livestock production and housing. Number three, extraction of natural resources. Number four, marine pollution that harm the habitats of marine living organisms. So, number four is special for marine living organisms. Let us explain them one by one. In points, let us go. Number one, in case of the increasing of food crops, let us ask ourselves why we should increase the food crop growth area. As you know, we have big problem in population, increasing of population. One year by the others, we have more and more population. So now all these people should have their needs of food. So we have to make more and more areas for crops, especially the main crops. But how the people thought about this? They thought that instead of going to deserts, instead of try to make other solution, creative solution, for example, they used to, as I told you before, this expression, still in the box, no thinking out of the box. Still they are thinking what we should make in our area. So they should around themselves and they start to cut the forest. They thought it's just a tree. What we'll do with these trees? They thought that time like this, 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, they are like this only to find the easier solution. They don't want to think. They didn't know what will happen after. After I'll make something like this, what will happen? So they start to cut all forest, and instead of forest, they put crops. That time they thought just in their food, but they didn't understand what will happen later. One of these problems that I told you, it's the losing of habitat for very important living organisms, very important for the balanced economy. If you understand that we should have a balanced economy all the time, we can't make anything, any element, any factor out of this economy, because they are all balanced. We should use our factors. We should use anything in our economy, living or non-living, in its place, but don't destroy one part of this economy. So what they made, they started to destroy all the forests to put crops instead of them. Go to number two. Some result happen when people started to cancel natural areas that I told you, natural area for feeding, natural area again here for build houses, So instead of forests, they put houses or their houses. they start to cut trees. As I told you, it was the shelter of many living organisms. So number three, go to number three. During the people is cutting the trees. What happened also during that time? They start to destroy many other things. As I told you, the habitat is one of them. Also, cancel natural resources we should depend on. It was also another problem. Even they destroyed some living organisms we didn't know anything about them. So every day, every hour, scientists are discovering new and new in our world. Subhanallah, there is no end. There is no end of Allah ability, as you know. So when we'll cut these forests, when we'll destroy them, we will not discover new living organisms that help our balanced economy to continue. Go to now number four. At the situation in land, same situation in the water. So now we'll go to the marine living organism, same destroying, and in details I'll explain for you in pollution lessons about this destroying, what happened to the marine pollution. Let us now check this photos all, how they destroy trees, destroy forests to put houses or to make new crops. So now we finished the habitat problem. Go to another problem. It's deforestation. Deforestation is the main problem in the losing of our animals, and also it will affect, as you know, in our balanced economy. All the time put in your mind when you are thinking about any environment problem, how it will affect in the balanced economy. If we have if we haven't forest, if we'll have more and more desert, no plants, what will happen? Number one, many problems such as number one, habitat destruction, we explained it. So now extinction is a very big problem we suffered from dinosaurs and till our days by the Arabian oryx. We can even in our Oman, you can understand and see this problem when the Arabian oryx start to disappear. It was 10 20 no 20 30 years ago. They were here in Oman. They appeared. People used to see them, but nowadays we can't see them because of this problem. This problem also will cause losing of the soil, as when the plant will cut, how the soil will be fixed, how the soil will be fixed in its place. Any wind, anything can remove this soil from a place to another place. So even the mature and good layer of soil that we can use for growing plant, it will go, it will not stay in its place. Also another problem is increasing of carbon, and all of you know that trees is our source of oxygen, and they will take carbon, big amount of carbon from our economy to make their photosynthesis. So what will happen if the trees not here now? We haven't trees. What happened? The amount of CO2, carbon dioxide, it will increase and increase. So now we can understand what happened because of this all economy problems. In the end, thank you and best wishes for all. Also, I would like to thank you, ICT teachers, and our leader, Mr. يونس الرحبي. Best wishes for all.